Happy Sunday. I think this is going to become the norm. I'm just going to come live when I feel like it because I'm so activated today. I just want to talk. I just finished a live on Facebook and I'm like, that's not enough. Let's try Instagram now. You know when you're overflowing with joy, where you're just like activated, something within you just woke up and you're just like, oh my God, like how do you contain this? How do you keep it to yourself? And I did something today. I did something that stretched me beyond what I thought my comfort level was. But like the moment I did it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm okay. I didn't die. I survived. Like things are looking up and I'm so happy that I stretched. So I actually want to like talk to you about what that feeling is and like how to have that for yourself, because I lived in fear for so long in my life of like not deciding, not moving, waiting until like I need to prepare, I need to know, like maybe I'll get to it, maybe one day. And then I started moving on purpose and I was just like, you know what, this is what I want, I'm just gonna do it. And after I did it, I was like, oh my God, panic. Like when you spend $1,500, for example, and you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do to pay it back? Y'all, did you know that the deciding and the moving towards the thing literally activates something in your brain that allows you to create a way? Like God, source, universe, quantum, whatever you call it, literally opens you up to possibilities and opportunities just because you decided. As humans, let me walk you through this because this was going on in my brain after a conversation I had with my friend Lisa today. Did you know that as humans, if we do nothing, we'll literally die, we rot, just like water when it doesn't move is kind of stagnant. And let me explain what I'm saying. If you don't take a shower for like an extended period of time, do you smell or do you not? Stagnant water, right? If you decide, I'm not going to clean my house, I'm just going to keep living, but I'm not going to clean my house for the rest of forever. We've all seen hoarders, right? It's going to get filthy, it's going to get gross, it's going to attract bugs, right? Like stagnant, it's going to stink, right? Work. If you decide not to work, eventually you start smelling and they're like, you no longer work in this company. They fire you. As humans, we have to try just to survive. Meaning we have to shower, we have to clean our house, we have to work. But when it comes to our dreams, when it comes to the things that we want to have, the things we desire, we tend to think that if we just wait, if we're planning, if we don't move, if we don't take action, like things are just going to flow. Honey, you have to move. There is not a flow state that happens without you taking action. Do you see how that works? And I don't know who's catching the live. If you're here, thank you for being. If you're watching the replay, let me know as always, #replay. But y'all, we actually have to try to survive. Imagine if you actually want to make it somewhere. So I told you this story about how when I went to Houston, I was gifted the ticket, but like getting there, getting over the flu, overcoming the thing with my dad, buying the flights, booking the hotel, everything I did was on faith. A week ago, I booked a venue for an event that I'm going to be hosting, my first in-person event, and it was on faith. I haven't sold a single ticket, but it doesn't matter because everything in me is like, I'm hosting this event, so I move like someone who's hosting the event. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I booked the place, I'm reaching out to the ladies, I'm showing up, and I'm not going to shut up about it because you need to be there. And if it's in your heart, babe, believe me, it will change your life. We'll get into it later, but I'm telling you, there's an activation that happened the moment I started taking action and moving towards the things that I want and on purpose. Like the work, if you work a little bit every day, it starts to work on you. Like it's either working on you or it's working for you. But you have to work, you have to move, you have to take action. And today, just like when I got the venue the other day, I moved in faith and I did something that I'm like, what did I just do? But like the moment I did it, y'all, I can't even contain my freaking excitement. I'm just so happy because it opened up another part of my brain where I'm like, ooh, I get to create the money now to take care of this thing. And back in the day when I was in my corporate job, spending $15,000, boop, swipe it, because I knew on Friday there was going to be a paycheck, right? Doing all these things was like, whoop, swipe it. But now the fear comes up in the moment. But you know what, guys? I do it anyways. Fuck fear. We're just going to move accordingly. Because if you don't try, if you don't move, if you don't take action, you're never going to get there. I'm telling you, you're never going to get there. Water that's not flowing becomes stagnant. So what is it that you're waiting? Yes, girl. What is it that you're waiting on? Where is it that God is asking you to stretch? Where is the portal you're supposed to work through? Like, what is the thing that you're being called to do? And you're like, ugh, maybe later. Maybe I'll get to it. I don't know if I should. Honey, move, decide. Deciding literally means to cut off all the other options and just pick a side. That's it. So if you decided, oh my goodness, I want to open a business, move towards it. If you decided, I want to be in a room with people who call me higher, honey, get in the room, whatever it takes. Pay the money, get the flight, find a way. The way is created when you decide to become the person who gets to have it. The way literally gets created. Let me give you an example. Say that you swiped your credit card to attend an event, to stretch a little bit, to go to something you've never done before, right? Being in the room is the reward. Awesome. But in the process of getting to the room, do you know how much can happen for you? How many ideas, possibilities, opportunities, downloads, breakthroughs, synchronicities, and people could come into place so that you get to have it? For Houston, y'all, let me retell this story because why not? I literally was gifted the ticket, yes, right? That was in November. From November to right now, I moved from Florida to Atlanta. My father had an aortic dissection. His heart literally blew up. He was bleeding to death, died in my car at one point. We were in and out of the hospital. All this stuff happened. And just when I thought I was out of the water, I got the flu. This is all leading up to Houston. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make it. But there were also miracles. Because in the process of me saying, I don't care what it takes. I have a date with destiny. I need to be there. Y'all, why were the flights on sale? It was less than $100 for me to go to and from Houston. Number two, about the hotel, I was like, oh my God, where am I going to stay? It's $400 a night. It was something ridiculous. And I had a friend that lived in Houston that I hadn't talked to in 7 years. 7 years. But God dropped her in my brain and I was like, I wonder how she's doing. And I was like, hey, my love, are you still in Houston? The first thing she said to me, oh my God, if you're coming, stay at my hotel. I'll give you a discount. It just worked out. So the hotel, the flight, the event, I paid probably like $500, and just the ticket to get to the event should have been $1,500. At the time, what a treat, right? But now, knowing that feeling of like the moment you decide, the universe rearranges everything so you get to have it, I'm just moving. So like booking that venue on Wednesday for this in-person event that I'm having, y'all, I already know God is working for me. My algorithm has a name and it is God. The angels are out there contacting whoever they need to, connect with the people they need to. I don't have to do anything. I just get to show up and shout out from the rooftops how fucking excited I am, because I really am. I'm like so ecstatic that I am a woman who hosts in-person events now because I decided. I'm going to be in Atlanta in April. Ma'am? Oh, I just got chills. You need to be there, honey. So let me tell you about this event because we are absolutely going to get together. I would love that. But the event is going to be April 13th, I believe. I'll send you the link later. It's literally an event of women like us, women who are doing their work, who decided to move forward. And the intention is to break out of the mental and get into our bodies. So there's going to be somatic dancing. There's going to be sound bowl healing. There's going to be activations, meditations. And the best part, community. Women just like you, women who had enough of being busy and running around and doing all the things. My love, you want to be in the room. And whoever this is speaking to, if you're watching the replay of your life, I'm telling you, if it's in your heart, if it's calling you, move on faith, move on purpose, let the work on you. Because something activated within me from being in that room in Houston, and there's just no going back. I can't imagine a life where I go backwards. How can you sign up? Well, the link is in my bio. The link is also, if you go in my profile on one of the posts, but I can send it to you directly, so I'll send it to both of you. But y'all, I am so excited. You can also go on my website. It's on my website, and it'll say, there's a tab that says Women's Event. I don't have the link right now, but the website is journeythroughthedarkness.com, and then there's a tab that says Women's Event. Is literally all there. I will say this, don't let it be money that stops you. If you need a payment plan, send me a DM, let's connect. But literally, you guys, move on purpose, move in faith, because I just did it today. I did it last Wednesday. I did it for Houston, and I cannot tell you enough, like, what it does for you to just make the decision. To say, I want to be there, I want to connect, I'm ready for this. And whatever that decision is, it might seem insurmountable, it might seem massive, just decide. You get to be there, you get to have it, you get to take up space, and you are worth the investment. When you do, something within you changes. And today, because I took a leap and I stretched beyond what I thought I was capable, I'm literally sitting here celebrating, and my joy is just going to go out and expand and continue to attract more and more happiness, because when you're sitting in a vibration, let's say is happiness, you just attract more of that. So how many more ways can the universe bless me just because I decided? I'm telling you, I don't think I speak enough about the power of moving and the power of faith. But now that I'm living it, now that I'm embodying, now that I'm like consistently moving from that place, I'm just going to keep showing up and telling you about it over and over again until you start believing it. Because for me, there were years where I just kept numbing myself with work, numbing myself with busyness, numbing myself with other people, and I never said yes to myself. And from now on, I am only saying yes to myself. I'm only saying yes to the things that God has put in my heart, and he says move. Like, booking that venue was so scary, you guys, but I did it. Buying that ticket today that I just bought was so scary, but I did it. Getting my butt on a plane when I was sick and barely thought I was going to make it, I did it. There are so many risks and so many opportunities and things that we don't move on because we don't even allow ourselves to think, like, what if it works? What if it actually happens? What if they say yes? What if I get to go? What if there's a way that I can be there? Again, it could be a payment plan. It could be planning. It could be calling a friend. It could be opportunities that could show up that you're not even allowing them because you never decided. Because you stayed in the what if. Because you stayed in the maybe I'll get to it. I'm challenging you. Stop waiting. Decide. Deciding cuts off all the other options, and I'm telling you, the moment you focus your intention and all of your energy in one thing, the universe makes a way so that you get to have it. But anyways, I'm just sitting here basking in my joy. I wanted to share it with you, and I feel like somebody needed that message of like, stop waiting, just stretch, walk through the door, walk through the portal, move in faith. Because when you do, I promise you, everything aligns so that you get to have the thing that you desire. But if you don't move, honey, stagnant water, that's going to be you, and that's okay because time is still going to go on. Like 10 years will go by whether you move or you don't. But if you're moving on purpose, in purpose, every single time, imagine how much farther you could be 10 years from now. Who comes to mind for me is this TikToker. She's like a 23-something-year-old. Her name is Monet. This girl literally just does makeup. She was a nursing student or whatever. And in 1 year, she became a millionaire, like a $4 million earner. And I was watching her like, what did she do? She decided. She was delusional. She showed up every day. She talked like she was the star until she became it. So for me, I'm showing up as the woman that's hosting in-person events. I am already that because after this event, no matter what, I'm somebody who just does it. After this decision that I just made, I'm somebody who just decides I want it, I get it, and I get to have it. And in the process of making these decisions, I just become her. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know if you've seen it, I don't know if you've felt it, something is different. Something is different within me, and I can't wait till you get to know and love this woman because I'm obsessed with her. Moving on purpose, moving in faith, letting my soul lead has changed my life. And I pray you get to feel this feeling for yourself. So if you needed a nudge, my love, this is it. This is the universe knocking. You get to decide. But anyways, I love you all. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you next time.